What up?
What's up? What's up, world?
We're back, baby. We're back. Episode
Yes.
10, man.
Yes.
Yo, we've been out now for maybe a little bit over 2 months.
Yeah.
But it's been a great ride.
Yeah, it has been a great ride so far. So far, it's been great. Thank you guys for all the support, all the amazing feedback. It's been great, man. I'm really
It's
happy.
been super dope, man.
And I'm
had
even
fun.
more happy today because today we have somebody that hates the camera and
Brr, brr,
she's
brr, brr.
here.
Special.
Talk a little bit about her experience.
Take it away,
Hi,
lady.
I'm Jill. I'm in the background always. I'm Jeffrey's.
Hi, I'm Jill.
Hi, I'm Jill.
Nice to meet
Jilly Jill, Jeffrey's wifey.
you. Juicy J.
So she'll tell us a little bit about her experience of being married to someone with a disability, traveling,
Yeah.
a little of everything that you guys do. Because
Yes,
you guys
yes.
are a happy couple or an example of a couple for other people watching.
Yes.
Yeah, married. We've been married for 12 years now, and we've been together for 18
Dope.
years,
Yeah.
man.
Dope,
It's been a
dope.
long ride. Me just
So
being
she's been
awesome.
through most of your injury.
Yes. I
Yeah.
met him right after
Yeah.
his injury.
She actually met me when, and it's funny though, because I'm gonna tell you a story real quick. So before we met, I was in a relationship, obviously, and I was the one that pushed that person away after my accident, right?
Okay.
So yeah,
It was
it
a pimp.
You know, so no. She's a
Pimp daddy
wonderful
juice.
person. She's married, happy with kids. Shout out, and she actually became a police officer. So shout out to you, the best. So, anyways, so what were we talking about?
Meeting.
So then my grandmother,
See, that's an example of a great couple right there.
yeah,
Balanced out.
there you go.
She
there
brought
you
you
go.
back to what it was.
So I remember
Tried to.
I was very sad at the moment because you know you go through your things and you get in your head, and that's the
Yeah.
worst part to be into.
the
And-
first obstacle.
Yeah, and my grandmother said to me, "That's actually great that she left." And I'm like, "What do you mean that's great?" She's like, "Cause it would be awesome if you get to meet someone right now in the condition that you are actually."
Right.
With a suprapubic catheter, with a colostomy bag,
At
with
your
an
worst.
open abdomen.
Your
She's like,
worst.
because if she loves you at your worst, she's gonna love you at your best, which is funny. And then we, you know, a year later after my injury, I ended up when I went back to the hospital, 'cause they were gonna put me back together. You know, she works there, so she was what is it called, the patient
Patient
access
access
secretary.
assistant.
So that was actually where you guys
Yeah.
first.
Yeah, that's
So
where
we
she
met
scooped
in the
me up.
doctor's
She's like,
office.
she saw this, woo,
Dr. Kirill.
That's where
I
that's where
worked for the
that's where
trauma team.
Cupid shot the arrow.
yeah.
After
Yeah.
that, that's it. Game over.
That's it, boy.
That's
so
it.
it's funny, and then, so actually she asked me out.
I did.
Okay.
Yes.
And
I
then-
did. I asked for the
Pimp Daddy
digits.
Juice. what I
So
told you.
we did, yeah. So anyway, so then she's like, oh, okay. So at 7:00, I don't remember the time. At that time, I had the sidekick. I remember the sidekicks. The
Oh,
phone.
okay, the phones, yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, boy. It was
Two-way.
the coolest thing. Anyways,
The young people will know about that.
No,
No,
they
no,
will
no,
not.
no,
Google
no.
it. Google it.
so she
Sidekick.
says to me at 7:00, I was like, okay, she's like, I have to do laundry all day. I call you when I'm done. I'm like, okay. So 7:00 passes by, 7:30, 8:00. Then out of nowhere, I get a text, boom, like a whole letter. I'm a grown big woman, and then I don't have time for games and blah 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 blah.
She
And
done
I'm
broke it
like,
down. That was the contract.
so I was like, yo,
that was the contract.
no, yeah. but I
That's
was
either
like,
you sign it or you don't.
Yo.
no, but you said to me, I'm like, you said that you were doing laundry, you were gonna call me back. No, I don't have time for games, blah blah. So I was like, okay, this is really bad. And then
So
from-
hold on, I got a question for her there, right? So during that time, what was going through your mind?
Well, like, you know.
Like, what were you feeling for him,
No,
or
it's
what did
not.
you think, or you didn't really know?
No, I knew what I wanted. That's the whole point, and it was too fast. So
Okay.
Jeffrey and I relationship.
So you
like,
guys had like
we
clicked
we clicked
strong, okay?
We clicked. We went out. We dated, but it didn't click, and we stayed friends.
For
So
like
we
2
were
years.
friends for like 2 years before we
and,
like.
and when you guys
brought
dated,
it
he was
together.
new in his injury.
Yeah.
So how did you feel
thought
hanging
she was
out with her?
crazy.
You felt normal because she had already seen you at your worst, right? So you kind of felt okay.
Not really. So this is funny. So at the time, my dad and I noticed that every time I had a surgery or something coming up, she used to call me all the time. Like she used to tell me this and she used to tell me that, but we used to spend a lot more time on the phone than a regular
Right.
person.
Doctor's office.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, there's no way
The
that
flirting
she's
part, the
yeah,
flirting
yeah. You know, she's.
But it wasn't flirting.
Like
Yeah, it
animals
was.
do,
You
they,
were-
they
you were
flock
after
in their
puppy
Okay, it was
feathers.
flirting.
You
Yeah.
were showing her the colors.
Yeah, she was
The
peacocking.
dance.
Yeah, it's okay. So I don't know if that's the. I think they go like.
Yeah, I know my wife and I
Anyways.
saw a show about octopuses and how they connect and they reach out to you with the tentacles. It's super dope.
Well, I'm not an
But you're-
octopus, my G.
We'll have
but
to
One of
watch
you,
that.
one of you
Yeah.
guys, one of you
We'll
guys
have to watch
reached
the
out.
octopus
She's.
one.
I don't want to call you Ursula, but damn, like. Anyways, so yeah, man, and you know, you were telling the story, baby. Go ahead.
No, you were telling the story.
Yeah.
We didn't click right away. We clicked, but we didn't click, but we stayed friends, and then it just transpired into what it
Developed
was
into-
and developed to what it was. But I will say one thing, and Jeffrey will always say this about me. I never looked at somebody like I never looked at him and saw his disability. I never saw him in a wheelchair. I just see him as Jeffrey. So he always says it as a sense of like I have special eyes. People who are in relationships with people with disabilities have different eyes.
That's like that
than-
shallow Hal.
Yeah, different eyes.
What was it called?
And how we
Shallow
see
Hal.
shallow how
Mm-hmm.
we see differently.
Different.
Yeah,
We
like
don't
one.
see disability. We just see love.
And like one time, her mom asked me, "Why do you love my daughter, Ruth?" Because she doesn't see me. As
Shout
a
out to
broken
Ruth.
Ruthie.
Man. Okay, Ruthie.
Ruthie's a
that's fine.
good
I
guy. I'm
love your
telling
daughter.
you.
But anyways, that was a long time ago at a Mexican restaurant on Sheridan Street by the beach. I remember like it was yesterday. It's her friend now. She's the one with the restaurant in downtown
Tipsy
Hollywood,
Board.
Tipsy Board.
Downtown Hollywood.
Hey, we need some sponsors. Tips.
Yeah,
for-
Tipsy Board. Anyway, so, but yeah, after that, I thought she was a little bit crazy. I was like, there's no way someone,
Hold on, Ruth or Jill?
her.
Okay,
No,
Jill,
no, her
Jill.
mom is
Okay,
crazy
okay,
no
okay.
matter what. Nah, I'm playing. Mama, no.
Don't hurt him,
So,
mom. Don't
I'm-
hurt him.
I'm
No.
starting
I
to
need 'em
see,
right now.
I'm starting to see that she calls me and this and that, and things are moving. Obviously, you know, and so I was like, she has to be crazy. There's no way that she wants to be with someone like me, dude. Like, if you saw me, it was like open here, open there. It was like really bad, and then
So this was where you're building your confidence, right? In the beginning of that.
yeah, I'm trying to. So then when I go out with her, I was broke as hell. But anyways, I go out with her, and then all I was thinking was like, what is everybody else thinking? You know, they're thinking she's my friend, they're thinking she's just like my caregiver or whatnot. And so it was kind of weird for me at first.
So let me ask you that same question, right? Because we're gonna have a lot of maybe brand new amputees, maybe some freshly, new couple
Injured
years, things
people.
like that, and they're dating or they're
Mhm.
wondering, right? Now that you say that, how do you feel now, almost 20 years later? Like, is it a confidence thing, or is something that you were just holding on to a little too much, or?
I don't think it is a confidence thing. Of course, you have to get out of your head, and that is a very difficult thing to do. And you have to start looking at the person for who they are. And so they are taking the time to talk to you, so that means that they see something special in you, right? So that means that they see you in a different light. And that's where you have to start, just like, it's a normal thing that you have a disability. It's okay. There's other people that don't care, which has always been the hardest part for me. Like, I've always thought, like, for years, I'm like, there's no way that there's like something
An
here.
acceptance.
Because she had a child already. AJ was what, 5, 6
Yeah,
years
5 years
old?
Shout out
And-
to AJ.
yeah, little
Little.
AJ. Well, he ain't little
AJ,
no
we
more.
need a sponsor. I heard you
Yeah.
balling out there, AJ.
Yeah, yeah.
Ah.
What is it called?
It ain't easy being greasy. Anthony's grease traps.
Yeah,
Come on
you
now.
guys,
Right.
you guys should be the first sponsor.
Money,
actually,
money, money.
yeah.
real.
So especially for your mama, bro.
Yeah, dude.
So anyway, so yeah, man, she's always been very special, and she's one of those girls that, even though I have the disability, if I want to be an astronaut, she's like, I'll buy you the suit. You know, when I started this journey,
I know my wifey in the back.
I started this journey
Baby
40 years.
Kind of one of those Apple, what you call them?
the
Apple
Goggle,
Goggles,
Google,
Google.
whatever.
Apple. Arnold gonna kill me because he was there.
Yeah.
Apple guru, man.
So
Well, the Apple ones, whatever. Thank you, baby D.
So yeah, she's always at 40 years old now that I decided to change these things, click in my mind. I decided to go a different way. which is what I think what people call like midlife crisis.
Definitely midlife
And
crisis.
she has been nothing but supportive.
100%.
But I see you guys enjoying that.
Yes.
Of course,
Like
I
I know
try to
these
make it. I
past
try to
couple
make
days
it an
you've been
us
busy,
thing.
and
I try to
I
make
know
it
we
an
did a
us-
beach episode and we all have fun
Yeah.
going out. I mean, it's awesome, man.
So we decided since Little's out of the house, it's just her and I. Like, let's do things together. Let's try to do things that we both enjoy. If we,
It's like empty nest.
correct.
Yeah.
Like I have my things, she has her things.
And now when we're
then-
older, I feel like time goes by fast.
Exactly.
oh my
No
God,
lie.
yes, so much faster.
So
dude.
much
Like the other
faster.
day, he came
And we're
home.
and we're slowing down because everything starts hurting.
yeah.
So much.
And everything our parents used to tell us, I'm like, oh, it's
It's
right
true.
along.
The other
They
day, I
weren't
go
lying.
pick up my nephew at school, and he gets in the car, and him and his friend, and he was like, "Oh no, because there was no teachers in the classroom." Blah 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 blah. I was like, "Okay, how old was his teacher?" He said, "He was an old guy." I was like, "How old was he?" He's like,
22 and shit.
he was like in late 30s, early 40s. I was like, "Oh my God,
Yeah,
we
We
are
are
old.
No, we're
old.
old. Yeah,
We are
for
the
sure.
old people now."
We are the old people now.
Incredible, but yeah. Going back to the question, man. Yeah, she was the way that she saved my life, man. She gave my life back, and I'm very grateful for that. And she knows that. Yeah.
You feel that appreciation. That's a beautiful thing, man. For sure. I feel where you're coming from, man. So I know you guys went these last couple of days to Orlando.
We did. We went to Orlando for Jeffrey's birthday, his big 4-0.
Oh, fourth floor.
So we were very lucky. We got to stay at Disney Saratoga Springs on Disney property.
Nice.
Awesome, dude.
Really nice hotel.
Nice.
Really, really nice hotel.
So it was
How was
good.
that experience there?
It was good. We had a little hiccup, but at the end of the day, it was a great experience as always. Disney's very generous. The bedroom was amazing. The view, oh my God! Wait till you see the pictures. And then, so I decided for the first time, I'm gonna rent a scooter. And you're gonna see the videos and some of the best thing ever.
And that's to get around the resort
The
area.
whole park, the whole park.
Okay.
Yeah, because I knew I was gonna go to a park. We went to
Islands of Adventure.
So this scooter you rent through the hotel.
No, we
No.
actually went to an outside source. So
Oh,
I've
okay.
looked into it before. So we stayed on Disney property, but we didn't go to Disney parks this trip. Jeffrey's birthday, and then we'll get into that in a minute. But I didn't think about getting. We did it spur of the moment because we
Right.
brought our nephew with us, who's never been before. He
Right,
just,
right.
coming from Cuba, he's only here 9 months. So Jeffrey's like, spur of the moment, let's go to Islands of Adventure. And so I found a scooter because I know, it's hard. You have your motorized scooter, but it's hard pushing that park.
there's some hills
is,
in the
it's-
parks and the lines.
then-
Oh,
and
that's what you-
yeah.
Test
The
those 20
sun
years of
and the
pushing.
heat. I mean, it's May and hot.
My hair was
So-
spilling, bro. Like,
So I found an
how I
offsite
lost my
place.
hair.
I called them up. They had the scooter there that night, and we went to the park the next
Now
day.
imagine in those situations, do you also use your leg to help you propel, or is all?
I usually try to, I have to, bro,
Man.
because
And I know
It's
why,
a lot of
because
work.
It gets
in the
painful.
wheelchair like me, you got no choice, and some of those ramps are not really.
and then you have
ADA.
to put the clip, the brakes, and then you kind of like this, and
Yeah, you
so,
can't lean back and stuff.
Yeah, and some of them don't let you use. It was, anyways, but yeah, shout out to the company that brought out the
Nobility,
I don't.
noble mobility.
The guy came like within an hour. He dropped it off like at 8:30 o'clock at night.
Yep.
And then we usually like to, even though checkout time is at 11, we usually like to leave around like 7 a.m. to get on the road early. And the guy was there like
He was there at 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock in the morning, bro. Like I was like, oh my God, next time I'm coming, I'm like,
So a good
And
rating
it wasn't,
towards mobile
good,
mobility.
Yeah,
totally
so-
good experience with
That's
them, and honestly, not expensive. They charged us.
And they pick
like,
it up once you're
they
done
pick
with
it
it.
up,
Oh, that's okay.
Showed us how to put the whole thing, together. Charged it. We didn't even have to
you
charge
didn't
it.
have to. Oh, and you can take it apart and everything, put it in a normal
The
car.
trunk
Yeah.
and-
Like
yeah,
not
yeah.
even, you can put it in the back seat if you want to. The most heavy part is the battery part, of course.
Back end,
Right.
yeah.
But let's say even you and I, you can grab from the front, I can grab from the back, and you
we'll
and I
pick
can
it
put
up.
it in the back of your
Yeah,
car.
little Jeffrey,
And that's good to know because
Yeah.
a lot of people go to these parks
And it
with
wasn't super
various
expensive. It was less
situations
than
they gotta use them.
$100 for. I mean,
It
I
was
know
like
it was.
30-something
I know
dollars
it was
a day.
just like a day and a half, really, honestly, because
Right.
but it was less than
Something
$100. Totally
Totally worth it. I would highly recommend anybody to use their company.
Totally
Great company, man. We'll get you the information if you guys ever there and need it. And
So dope. Yeah, that information is valuable for
Yeah.
sure in the hotel. So as far as the room, you said shower. all of that fully accessible.
Funny thing though, years ago, what 5 years ago, we were at the same,
Not
but
the
we were
same.
at the Key West. We were at Key
So
West.
they have multiple properties, Disney Vacation Club. So we stayed at 5 years ago. It was old Key West, and they called us on the phone in the hotel room and said, "Hey, can you guys? Because we always stay in a disabled room. Can you guys come and do a walkthrough? We're doing construction at the place we stayed at, Saratoga Springs, and give us your opinion." And we'll give
which
you.
is dope.
We give
how
you a
it should be
$50
done.
They
gift
gave us a
card.
$50 gift card for
One for her, one for me.
yeah for
But
10
the good
minutes
thing
of
that
our
we're
time.
doing is actually using someone.
Using their guest.
No, and not only that, but you're full of that knowledge
Exactly.
of maneuvering the wheelchair.
Exactly.
So you know, because anyone could sit in a wheelchair going through the room and say, "Oh, I went through the whole room. It's accessible." But it's those little things, extra little
But
things.
they didn't know who I was
Right,
either.
right.
It's just they just said, "There's a person in a wheelchair in room 205. Let's
205,
just
yeah.
And
let's
they
just
reached
go
out
ask
to you.
him or her."
And that's
Yeah,
dope.
And
That's good.
one, I will add this.
I would always suggest doing something like that.
Definitely.
I would add
Sure.
this little pinpoint that I do totally remember that interview from 5 years ago because the room had carpet in it, and carpet is so terrible. You guys know that.
Yeah, carpet is always.
So the room now is
No longer
completely
carpet.
completely laminate. No carpet in the room.
no longer
Right.
carpet. It is
In the
That is-
hallways,
that is real
in the
good, yeah.
hallways or wherever they, of course,
Yeah.
haven't done that yet. But the room itself, complete laminate.
No,
floor.
it's not so bad. The only thing I will highly recommend you guys like lower your curtain rods a little bit because every time you shower, water goes everywhere.
Yeah.
But anyways, so then another thing that I
well, there's a lot of things we could pick at.
Yeah.
Yeah,
In
of
rooms that
course.
are still considered accessible.
Definitely,
Yes,
definitely,
We go
of
from
course.
there.
But they
So-
go far
But
and
they do a
beyond to
really
make
good
sure
job.
that you're
so
comfortable.
so it's a
That's
good
what-
rating on
nice.
that one as well. That's dope.
They really do.
So tell me a little bit about what did you guys do for your birthday?
So I didn't know I had a surprise. So she kept telling me, "You have a surprise at 10 a.m. You have a surprise at 10 a.m. You have a surprise at 10 a.m." So 10 a.m. is rolling by.
You
and
thought it
she's
was gonna
like,
be a Tesla,
No, I don't remember. I didn't know what it was.
new
I-
rifle, something like that.
Something. I thought it was gonna be
Yeah.
something like that because she had mentioned something about. I was like, okay, but I don't think she knows what I like. Anyways,
Yeah, 19 years. I don't know.
so then, see, 18.
18. Sorry.
So then she tells me it's a massage, right? So I was like, oh, okay. So the lady comes and bro, amazing, man. Like she set the whole thing up, like hot stone.
In the room, the whole.
yeah, because she
session
was
room,
supposed to
right.
show up at 10 a.m. and she
And
messed
this
up.
is that hotel. The
At
Yeah.
Disney Saratoga
Disney
Springs, so I
Saratoga
found an
Springs.
outside source that comes to the hotel.
okay, they're
It's
from
a woman,
outside.
yeah, it's a woman
Got
that
it.
has a company, but she goes to Disney hotels. And, I did my research, because, as a wife of somebody that's disabled, of course, we have to do those things before we travel.
Shout out to other wifeys.
No, it's
with
things we have to
disabled
ask
people.
questions. So I called the company, made sure they were comfortable.
You guys should get an extra social security check
Right?
at the end of the day.
No,
Right?
we really should. So I called the company, make sure that the massage therapist was comfortable, with somebody that was an amputee, told them everything that was up. Yep, sure, no problem. So
So
he's never had a massage.
let me tell you something. I usually, when I go to the doctors and stuff, they don't know where to touch me. They don't know how to really adjust my body. They don't know how to.
Well, and they're afraid because
Yeah.
they can see that we're injured, so they ask questions.
Correct.
Which
no,
is
they
cool.
don't even ask me questions. They just
They
look
just
at
go
me and be
with the
like,
flow. Like,
okay,
yo, I'm gonna
it's just not
freestyle
there.
this.
One of those things. And this lady is just rubbing, I don't know what to call it. I'm going to call it stump. And this lady using
She
the
rubbed
hot-
your soul.
She's everywhere, and I'm thinking, oh my God, the phantom pain's not going to activate here. And this is going to, drive
Yeah,
me.
irritate you.
And then she's
Because it's crazy. Something so pleasurable
Can be
could become
Correct.
some like an odd moment.
correct.
painful.
I swear to God, Alex, I felt her working on the knots in my back, how she kept moving them and moving them and moving
And
them.
they don't hurt
No, my
because
dude.
every time someone hits a knot of
no,
mine,
like
yo,
the
I'm about
next
to
day,
run out of
the
there.
next day, I even said it to Joe. I feel amazing.
No, yeah. Like 2 minutes later, you feel good, but at that
Yeah.
moment where they're going over that knot,
What was the lady's name?
Helen.
Helen. Shout out to
Helen.
you. Amazing. I even said it to you. Like, thank you for not
We have
looking
pictures
at
and
the
videos.
disability. She just went at it. She didn't even ask. Most people, is it okay if I touch you here? She just
Yeah.
saw like a normal thing, and you went at it.
And
Shout
I
out
will
to
say
you,
I've
honestly.
had massage before, so I gave Jeffrey Motrin right afterwards. Told him to drink a lot of water because I knew,
Yeah, you
like,
get
if
dehydrated.
you get dehydrated, and then I didn't want the soreness because it was the next
Did you
day.
feel a little wobbly?
Nope.
Because when I do massages, I feel like real loose.
Yeah,
on the chair.
relax.
Yeah,
No.
yeah, like real relaxed.
No, I was.
You were straight.
I think for the first time in a while, I was out of my head for a good hour.
Yeah, he really enjoyed it.
I was out of my head for a good hour. I didn't fall asleep or nothing. I was just out of my head for a good hour,
That's dope. That's
Yeah,
which
she
was
did a
which is
great
great. So
It
That's
was a
dope.
good surprise. And then that day we went to the gun range also.
that day we went to the
we
gun
went.
range.
Yeah, remember we did the massage. We did the gun range.
Oh
and
yeah,
then we
I
did the
killed it.
fireworks.
Of course, I
you
killed
went
it.
shooting. Okay.
We
Yeah.
went
Yes,
shooting.
And what was the purpose for that?
Cause
Just that.
so just to say that I did in
Okay.
Just to
Orlando.
have fun.
That's just to go
Yeah.
do
Yeah,
some
and
shooting.
I wanted to practice. I always like to practice, certifications coming up and stuff. So we just went. We took our nephew. It was something different to do at a different place.
Right.
And
New
then
view.
yeah.
Yeah.
Then at night we went to
We went to
Disney Springs.
no, that was the night before.
That was the night before.
Yeah, we did Disney Springs the night before. That the night of your birthday we did because we had to wait for the scooter because we were doing the park the next day. We kind of got a little screwed up, but we took the bus transportation in Saratoga Springs. Disney has their own bus transportation
How was that?
with the
Accessible?
scooter.
So I said to myself this time, you know what?
And that's transportation from where?
From the hotel
To
to
the
From
actual
the-
park.
we actually
Hotel
went
to
from
the park.
hotel
Okay.
to hotel because we were
Right.
going to watch fireworks. We didn't go to the park.
So I said, you know what? I'm gonna let them do their thing. I'm not gonna transfer.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna.
You're that person that needs to try out how if
Yeah,
They
yeah.
know
How
how to
it
use
feels
all
to
that
be
equipment.
disabled, I
Yeah.
guess, for real.
yeah,
to
like,
realize
be like, all right,
that.
let's
yeah.
go.
Yeah.
So I did it. I was like, okay, I felt okay. It wasn't embarrassing or anything. And then on the second one, I think the second one or the third one, yeah, it was like the guy really strapped me up like we were going to Mars or something. I don't know. Like this guy was like,
He really
wah, wah.
seatbelted you in.
Seatbelts everywhere on my ear. I think I had
You
one.
look like the
behind my
mummy
ear.
and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
yeah,
and then the
crazy.
bus was full of people. But again, took just a normal
like
thing. I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
like I
yeah,
said,
yo,
taking
whatever, do
a
your job.
taking a page from your book, and so the day was amazing. Then the following day, that's when we went
Tell
to
me
the
you got a
park.
picture of that.
Yes.
Oh,
I
have
okay,
pictures.
dope.
Do you?
Dope.
You have pictures of me strapped up in the bus?
And
Looking like a
the dope
Terminator?
thing about that is we're
Of
showing
course.
people what you could go through, right? So
Yeah.
we're preparing people for this. Because I know when I did it the first time, I didn't know about it. And at least through this type of podcast, you're able to see
Definitely.
some of the things that the
And I
newbies
didn't,
post,
you know what? I didn't take pictures, but remember they had the seats in the front of the bus, babe. And I asked you, what are those seats for? And you said it was for people that were paralyzed because the
Yeah,
seats
yeah,
were
yeah,
up.
for-
I didn't
yeah,
take a picture
for-
of that.
Oh,
but
so they had like a
so they had-
storage
yeah,
area
So
for-
they had the side seat
For the
that
big
you can
chairs.
lift up, and then they had two
Gotcha.
seats at the front of the bus that are like
the
freestanding
power
that
chairs.
you can power chair and have the seatbelt in it.
It was awesome. Yeah, they're
I
very.
shout
So
out
they
to
were
very-
prepared.
Yeah,
It was
see,
good.
shout out to
They're
Disney.
very,
I'm sorry. I
very-
think they really
They're very.
They're
and it
really-
encourages people with
Yeah.
disabilities to
Of
do
course.
things.
Really-
No, and that's why I did it too. I did it because a lot of us are ashamed sometimes of how we look, of this and that. And once I was told that maybe when someone looks at you, they don't look at your disability, they probably say, damn, look at that person. After everything that person's been through, they keep going, they keep doing this, they keep doing that.
How about
Maybe that's
thank you
what they're
for your
looking at.
service.
Maybe
Yeah.
they're not looking at your that you're missing a leg. They're not looking that you're in a wheelchair. They're not looking at things like that. So we have to learn how to get out of our head. And
For sure.
I'm guilty of doing that tremendously.
I get all
Like-
the thank you for your service.
Well, I have had
Oh,
that
you
one.
got shot.
Yeah, 5 tours.
Yeah, like all
tours.
kinds of stuff,
Yeah,
It's one of those things, man,
it really is. So we
So-
did go watch the fireworks afterwards.
That's what
we
I was going to ask.
transferred,
The
we-
fireworks is
yeah.
part of the hotel or a park?
So it is. So we went to the Polynesian Hotel, which you can see Walt Disney World's fireworks from. So
Okay.
we didn't, like I said, we didn't do parks. We were
right,
just
right.
doing
You
hotels.
just see that
and-
fireworks show
Yeah,
there.
so we saw the fireworks show there and took the bus back.
It was really nice for my nephew. My nephew was looking at the fireworks like, oh my god, because you hear the story
Yeah,
and
yeah,
all
yeah.
the
Yeah, you get to
music
see
and all
the
that stuff. So it was a
music.
really
yeah, because
good
he's
experience.
never experienced
He's
something
never
like that.
experienced that.
anything.
And
It's-
Mickey ears, awesome.
Yeah,
Mickey
ice
ears
cream.
are so
Oh,
good.
amazing.
So
Yeah,
good.
yeah. No,
Yeah,
and
man,
it's
you feel
experiences,
yourself
bro.
gaining weight like 5, 6, 7, 10 pounds. I swear to God.
Yeah. So his birthday was really nice, but the next day we went to Islands of Adventure, and that's the reason we rented
The scooter.
The scooter.
And
How was that?
Oh man. So I've been there before after my injury. I've never had an issue. I've always been great. So we get there, bam bam. We pay for the tickets. You know they're not cheap. So we go inside. First ride, the whole.
You purchased the tickets there at the.
Yeah.
Venue, okay.
Well, I did
Well,
it
he did it
online.
on-
I
okay,
did it
yeah,
through
he did it
online. He
Expedia,
did
and
it
I
through
did it
Expedia.
online. And so I go there. I go pick up the tickets. So the first ride, we get on the whole, no problems at all. You know,
You had to get out of your chair for that one.
No, they wouldn't let me. I was on the scooter, so the guy said you cannot use the scooter. You have to use one of our chairs because they're not responsible for the scooters if they get lost or whatnot. Or
Gotcha.
since
So,
it's not a
so you
Disney
transferred
scooter.
To like
not
a
Disney,
wheelchair.
honey, Islands of
Oh,
Adventure.
well,
That's
that's
like
what
a
I meant.
wheelchair.
Yeah, so you
Yeah.
transfer to a
Okay,
standard wheelchair.
Yeah, so you stand into one, and then you go through the fast lane, and
Yeah, they take you through the back and stuff. Like you don't.
Right.
They don't give you a special pass or anything, but they see, so they take
Yeah,
you through the back
yeah.
and put you on the
yeah,
ride.
and then we went through the first ride. Everything was amazing. I was like, oh yes, it's gonna be an amazing day.
he
So
went
they
on the
assisted
Hulk.
you. Everything was cool. The Hulk. Okay.
Second ride, we go to Doctor Doom.
Hulk. Yes.
The one that goes up
Yeah.
and I go in, boom, 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 same thing, transfer to the regular chair, blah, 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 go.
So
I get-
manual wheelchairs is
Yeah.
what they recommend.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I go and I sit, my nephew sits and I sit next to him, and this is where you messed up, Island. They stopped the whole ride before anything. They let me sit down in the chair, strap up and everything, telling me, my nephew, oh, we're gonna. They stopped the ride. This guy comes to me, no fault to him because he was a young kid, and he says to me, oh, let me check with my supervisor first to see if you can ride this because of your disability. I was like, oh, awesome. So they go and they get a manager. So the manager comes and he says, no, your amputation is too high, so you cannot ride this ride. So they made me get off the ride in front of everyone.
On the wheelchair. That
Yes.
wheelchair they give you.
And my nephew is like, okay, I'm gonna get off. I'm like, no, it's okay. You ride the ride. I'm good. I've been here before. I've done it. He said, no, let me get off, bro. Like my heart broke.
Yeah. It's one of those moments.
Like,
Yeah.
Yeah. It's one of those moments.
especially you don't do that. You pull someone to the side. If you don't know the information, figure it out a
the
different way.
embarrassment.
Not
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
The embarrassment.
And I was not there because first of all, I'm the princess of
You
I don't
you would've
like.
blew up. Yeah, it's not
No,
cool.
no. It's not even that. I don't.
She doesn't like rides.
I don't
She
ride
So
doesn't
that
like
rides.
was the
rides.
reason.
I don't
high
ride the rides.
amputation.
So-
and what?
Apparently, when you come down, they want your amputation to be up to your knee in order for you to ride a ride.
So there's certain
Because
After
because of
this happened- exactly.
liability and
So
security
after
issues.
this happened, I'll not pick up the story, but pick up the story. So after this happened, the gentleman who pulled him off actually got the supervisor from the next ride, which was the Spider-Man ride.
Now this happened in 3 rides, by the way. Island of Adventures.
So the
3
Spider-Man
rides.
manager said, "You can't go on Spider-Man either." And I said, "Okay, where is this written? Where's the book?
Yeah, like, what's
like,
going on?"
now I'm the advocate, and now I'm getting heated."
Right.
So he says, well, if you go to guest services, so of course, what do? We leave, go directly to guest services. He gives me a name of a guy. He met me at the front. Shout out to Craig. He gave me the book, and I went through the book and every single ride of what you can do and what you can do. And the way it's worded, and I actually have screenshots of it because I'm going to share them
Right,
with you
share it.
guys. That, like,
The education.
Sir, it is, and it is education, and the whole
Very.
thing of it is they don't tell you this when you're buying a ticket and you're a
Right.
disabled
There's
person.
little things that you don't know about, which
Little
is
things
great
you
that
don't
we're sharing
know.
this.
They should give you the
They
discount.
should give you the discount or tell you because he can't go on half the rides.
Oh no, you're too disabled to ride
his
the ride.
amputation
That's pretty
does not
much what they
allow
tell
him.
you.
And I understand safety, I understand rules change, I understand all of these things, but this really
You got to be
should-
more specific.
You
So that's
have to
kind
be
of
more
things.
specific about it.
Because, for example, what if you guys would have traveled from a different country
Exactly.
just to go to Islands of Adventure?
Exactly.
Now you go ahead there,
Now-
and it's a whole.
Now put it on my part to maybe saying I should have investigated.
Are you
little bit
kidding me?
better,
No.
But I don't think you could
No.
ever look at how disabled you are.
Yeah, exactly.
you either
Agreed.
check if it's disabled
Or not.
accessible or
Agreed,
not.
but
So
the
I
way
don't
they-
agree with that.
The way they word it is so specific.
Yeah, they gotta make it. They gotta butter
They
it
have
up.
to they have to protect themselves 100%.
So, I was telling her, you know what I want to do? I want to go back. I want to go back and see if you're going to charge me the whole amount or you're going to give me 75% of a discount because I can only ride
gonna,
2
like,
or
go
3
You
on
rides.
can't
Two or
go
three
on any
rides.
rides. Yeah, they're not giving
So
you a full
now,
service.
oh, we're going to give you another so you can go to another park.
My question too is how do they
How do they handle it?
determine
Exactly.
how they say like?
So
Was it a doctor that just said, listen, from this and this and
Yeah,
that?
No one
decided?
knows.
Or did they try it on the
No one
ride like
knows,
a
my
dummy?
G.
You know, like
So
one
no
of
to
those
one
the
test
point,
dummies.
literally, they tell you that certain rides is a leg, a natural leg.
Mm-hmm.
Then certain rides is no prosthesis, and both legs have to reach to the edge of the chair.
Before we continue, just so you know, Islands, I have been in all of those rides that you didn't let me get on. I have been in all of those after my amputation.
And that's
In
the problem.
all of those
They can
rides
join
I've
them
been with
before.
my
Yeah.
with my stepson. He's had Disney passes, not Disney.
Islands of Adventure.
Islands of Adventure passes since he was like 7 years old.
Yes.
We've been doing it for years, and for the past 5 years, they've just been messing it up and messing it up.
And the
and
part that
messing it up.
sucks too, you got veterans out there
Exactly.
that go out there, fight for a country, and
They can't go.
do you tell them,
No,
listen,
you can't get on a ride.
your leg is not long enough
Exactly.
Yeah, you
to
don't.
get on the ride? Like,
You're
come
not-
on, bro.
I had to tell you, you don't have the right
Yeah,
amputation.
that's a bad taste.
Yeah.
Now,
So overall, besides that, how was the whole Islands of Adventure?
it was good.
It
I
was
mean,
good. They
Accessible.
yeah,
Yes,
it is.
it
And the
is
staff,
accessible
the
and-
staff, even though
They need
They-
a little
wasn't
more
inconvenient.
They
education.
made good.
Shout out, they
I don't
made
want
good
to
on
say
their-
they
on
made
their-
good,
Right.
but they did
Right.
They
compensate.
refunded
They
the
Little
whole-
did-
hiccups that we experienced
Yeah, they
that
did
are
refund.
fixed.
Correct.
They
They
did
refunded
refund
the
the
whole
tickets,
amount.
and they actually gave us tickets to
to a-
universe,
to a
the
different
other
park,
side of the
to the
park.
other side of
I'm
the
sorry, I
park.
don't know the name. Islands of Adventure and
I don't
just
remember.
Universal.
I don't remember the other one.
And you know, and unfortunately, it's something that happened. I'm not saying they made good on it. Things do need to change 100%, 150%. But it, you know.
So yeah, I didn't tell them you had a cousin and get extra tickets.
Next time we
Next
have
We ain't
time.
getting no tickets.
Next time.
No, next time we
Next
have to.
time.
Next time we have
Yeah,
to.
man,
Yeah,
say, listen,
yeah,
man,
yeah.
y'all messed up. It's a group of us.
Yeah.
So
We
it
gotta
was-
come check
it
you
was-
out.
No, but to the point that I want to go and see. Honestly, man, we should.
Yeah, because we still want to
Yeah,
experience
of
stuff.
Like-
so-
course.
Like, what's the difference between you and I getting on the ride? Why
Right.
you have 2 legs? You cannot use your legs, but you have them.
You might slip out that side of the ride.
And
Now
that's
I
what
have
I
mine,
even-
correct. Now I have mine that I have full control of, and I can hold on
Yeah.
to, and I can do
And you
everything.
can balance
Show me that
out
my
and
leg
balance,
is not
yeah.
long
That's
enough.
what I was saying. Is it a physician that does like?
Like that's what
Maybe
we
we
don't
should have a
know.
group where we go and
Maybe
let's
they
test
do
all
like,
these
like
things
how
out.
they do cars. They put mannequins with different amputations,
Yeah.
different disabilities, and have them
see
go
what
and
happens.
see what
Like
happens.
This seatbelt is not correct for someone without 2 arms.
I
Exactly.
understand liability,
like
but
things.
that should be told right at the gate. Oh, by the way, based on your disability, these are the guidelines.
Yeah.
Don't wait for someone to go
Yeah,
inside.
don't let me get on the ride and start
spend
the ride
$200.
and then make you get out.
You know
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
not
yeah.
cheap to go in
Yeah.
there and then they
Nah,
make
I
you get
feel
out.
you on that for
But
sure.
other than that,
Other than that, we had
It
an
was a
amazing
pretty good
trip
experience.
up until
That-
That
and
part.
then, you know, but it is what it is, and
I sucked that off with my nephew. He had fun.
And
We
we shared
enjoyed
those
it. Yeah,
experiences.
yeah.
Yeah.
For him, with the
That's
that's
first
what
time was, of
I
course.
told Jeffrey. You know, it's excuse my expression, a shitty day, but we did make
Shitty moment.
yeah,
Shitty moment.
and
Because we learn how to brush them off.
Correct.
Because
Correct.
if we get them stuck to us, it's like attachments, right? We're
Exactly.
attached to that
Right.
moment, and it's like,
but we did make core memories for a kid who never went to the park before, came
Right.
from Cuba 9 months ago, and never
He was
had
so happy,
experienced
man. He was
anything.
so
So
happy.
it was,
He
you
kept
know,
telling me,
it
Uncle, look at the view, look at the view, look at the
balanced
view.
Yeah,
itself
things
out.
that you don't get to.
No,
or
no.
some people don't ever experience or
No,
imagine.
no.
Exactly.
And
Exactly.
you guys also went up there to get certified.
Yeah, well, so that was last week. So this weekend I went to Tampa to get a certification as a CRSO, which is Chief Range Safety Officer.
Yes.
So if anybody that's ever go shooting, when you go to the range, you have the guys that are just standing back there. So I'll be like their manager, like the super. I would teach them how to get that position. Pretty much, that's what I did. So now
Breaking
I'm
barriers, right?
Yeah.
yeah. So now I can do. I'm a NRA certified pistol instructor. I'm a RSO, chief RSO. Now I'm going for my rifle certification next.
Beach.
I can give people their CCW, not through the NRA as of yet, but I can do that. And now I'm gonna do the basic CCW class, which is the concealed weapons license class,
Right.
which allows me to give people their license. So we're doing that this coming up weekend, correct?
No,
Or
this
the
weekend.
21st.
No, this
No,
weekend
this
we have
weekend
that
is
Empower.
Oh, this
Empower.
weekend we have an
Empower.
amazing event.
Super good show.
Super
Yeah.
good show. We're gonna talk about it in a little bit.
Yeah,
So-
we'll talk about it. We'll post pictures on.
So yeah, dude, my G, I'm just like bam, 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 bam. And when like I'm trying to get.
So overall, great weekend.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes, and
definitely.
everybody, you know what? Everybody, even the professor this weekend. Shout out to John from Tampa. He said it to me. He's like, Jeffrey, what you're doing is amazing. He's like, and you have the ability to do something that nobody else does. So I was like, okay. He's like, and you should think about. I'm not gonna say it a lot because I don't want nobody to take my idea. So he gave me some ideas, and I'm like, thank you,
I'm
John.
gonna put them to work.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna.
Then you're breaking barriers because there's a lot of people that wish they do things like that. They never do
Yo,
them.
if you go on their website,
You're a great
they-
example for someone else who gets injured and
definitely.
they've been doing that, or that's
And
what they
you
want to
can
do.
You still, there's different ways. There's different ways to do everything.
And
Us, we
people
gotta
help
find our way.
adapt now, and
Yeah, and who better than us to teach somebody how to get around through their disability, even though it's
Right.
not the same thing. But who better than us to teach you? Hit me up. So, by the way, the name of the LLC is Mima's Pew Pew.
Yes, me must be
Dope,
you.
dope.
So, yeah. Shout out to my grandma. Rest in peace, Mima.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and so yeah, man. That's what I've been doing.
Was a
Tampa.
good time. The hotel was accessible.
Yeah, the hotel was great.
Yeah, Tampa's pretty good.
I saw
Tampa
my
was
cousin
nice.
for the
Orlando's
first time
pretty
in
good.
like 20 years.
Yeah. We
So
had
shout
some
out to your
family-
cousin.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
had some family time. We did his class, had some, relaxation time. But the hotel was an
Dope.
older hotel. They redid it a little bit, but it was accessible and
So overall,
No-
great
no
experience too.
carpet in
Yeah.
that one either.
Yeah,
That's
man,
dope.
it was
Yeah.
really,
And
really,
this
really
weekend
good.
coming up, we got a
We
good
got it.
event that we'll
Yeah.
do a little something for. We're gonna have a great experience there too. I'm glad you guys had an amazing
Yeah,
experience.
Yeah,
We
man.
did.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for sharing all of that
No,
with our
thank you for having
audience.
Thank you
You
for
know?
having us for the first time ever.
Yeah, shout out to Jenny
Yeah,
Jill
shout
on
out.
the show.
So, us famous people, like Jill and I. Yeah.
yeah. And along with all of that, we're finalizing all our papers to have our bank account. We're gonna start going for the sponsors.
Yes.
So sponsors, get ready. We
Hit
want
us
to work
up.
with you. We want to put you on the show. We want to,
Mm-hmm.
see this thing grow and let's make it all happen together for sure.
Yeah, definitely, man. And all the rangers out there that are looking to make some of the rangers accessible,
Yeah.
I'm your boy.
Advertise
Let
your
me know.
business with
Yeah.
us. Let's go check you out. Show that you're accessible.
Yeah, Apex, Nexus, I always go to them. I'm always, Tier 1 Conceal. Whoa, my favorite holster place, man. Tier 1 Conceal. Thank you very much for hitting me up and saying, it was awesome.
It
I
was
posted
awesome.
on my Instagram. I said I always wanted to, so hopefully we get to work together one day.
Yeah,
I
to
would love
get you
to
on
go
the
out
show,
to.
get something on the
Definitely.
show.
I
for
believe
sure.
they're from Colorado, so hit me up. I would love to go out there and train with you guys.
For sure.
Definitely.
And see what you guys can teach me because I don't know a lot, but
Yeah, there you go.
Definitely.
So thank you
Definitely.
guys.
Thank
No,
you.
thank you.
And we'll see you next time. Peace.